I'll tell you, everybody, they haven't changed that much from yesterday. The good news is that we listed 139 homes yesterday. So we have 2,507 homes available. So that's a good thing. We went up a little bit. And I have to tell you, a little bit is by one, but that's okay. We put 123 under contract, which is awesome. And there was 91 closings yesterday. So we're moving right along, doing 143 sales. Jimmy, are you on a ship that's out at sea or something?
I'm trying to get this camera's an attachment thing, and I'm sorry.
No, I think we have to laugh, right? I mean, it's just funny
I'll
stuff.
quit messing with it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to put this down, and I want to see if you can see. No, you can't see. I want to show everybody. Somebody came in my office yesterday with this gift, and look at this. Is this ever adorable?
Oh, great.
Yeah. Yes, and that was Deborah Amity. She's one of our Buffiniites and one of our Agent Formula members, and she's a great fan, and I just want to shout out to her. Thank you. And then also I found out this morning that Annetta Rapogo lost a very dear friend of hers at the young age of 97, just a few weeks before her 98th birthday. And evidently this person was very near and dear to Annetta's heart. So Annetta, our love and prayers go out to you. I know it has to be a struggle. And I suggested to her that, if you have something like my little Rocky ring from my first Rocky, I mean, it just makes you feel good. And I told her of course, he didn't give this to me, but maybe sometimes, someone in your life gives you a little pin or a piece of jewelry or something. I found that when you wear something like that, it just keeps you next to them, even though they are pretty close. I mean, we don't know how far away heaven is, right? It could be right on our shoulder.
Well, it's a law of the universe that nothing ever goes away. It just changes its form. It's a law of the universe. When the energy doesn't go away, it just changes to another form of energy. And human beings are energy. We're energy. That's what we are. We don't go away. That's scientific, not religious.
Yeah. Well, I love that. And I suggested to Annetta, if she doesn't have a piece of jewelry, what I've also done in the past is I have a little angel pin, and I wore that for years to remind me of some people in my life that had passed. And I put them all in that little angel, and I just, every once in a while, just gives you a good feeling and, remembering the good times and things like that. So anyway, Jimmy, we've been talking about, spring buying and things like that. And I listened to a show earlier in the week from some lenders, and they had some 5 tips for everybody on getting offers accepted. So I didn't have time to create a PowerPoint about them, but I probably will on the weekend. But number 1, send with your offer any reviews that you have. And
that's a good idea. I never thought of that.
Yeah, and any reviews that your lender has. Because things like when someone says this lender always closes on time, or this agent is so pleasant to work with, because at the end of the day, if we can work together, we can do many things. The power of 2.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion.
And then number 2, find out if the homeowner would want to stay in the home, rent back the home maybe for a month or 2. Because right now in this crazy market, homeowners are worried about finding a home or getting everything moving at the right time. And John recently did this on one of his Red Rock listings. The homeowner had to move to Florida, then had to come back to arrange all the moving and everything. So instead of it closing the first week of March, we did a lease back to the end of March, and everybody was happy. So we need to remember that, that is an option. And I would caution everybody that if you're going to do that, please use the GLBR lease to protect all parties.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then number 3, so use a lender that will get everything done like the bank statements, the employment verification, the credit check, and then create a checklist. Have your lender create a checklist. And when you send the offer over with the pre-approval letter, you also list all the other things that the lender has done. In other words, we're ready to close on time, subject to the appraisal. And of course the last, whatever they do, but let your lender create the checklist and then get your buyer totally ready to close. And that goes a long way, especially if people are concerned about that loan contingency, that those long days, right? So,
there's a thing called collateral only approval. I don't know if you've heard this term, collateral only approval, which means everything is done except for, as you said, the appraisal. We can't look at the collateral until we have a house. Mm-hmm. But collateral only approval means we do have the credit report back. We do have the employment verification back. We have all that stuff.
And if they put that in a checklist, I think that's impressive to the seller to make them feel comfortable. Yeah. That, okay, this buyer, even though the offer may be $1,000 or $2,000 less or whatever it is, I feel comfortable that this is going to close, and that has a value of time to it. And a lot of the equity, and we always talk about, there's a lot of equity in people's homes right now. So, $1,000 or $2,000 difference in price, or even $5,000 might not make a difference if they feel comfortable that this buyer can close. So,
well, and if the lenders put that together, they can't say, oh, we're still waiting on this. Oh, we're still waiting on that.
Right.
We ordered it. So we did our part, but it's not in yet. So you're still waiting for it. That doesn't help the buyer. That doesn't help the seller. We're still waiting for it. It's not a good thing to hear.
Exactly. And then, the other thing is, what does the seller really want? So if you're presenting, call the listing agent and just say, what does this seller really want? And then just listen, right? You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So try to just listen to what they say. What does this seller really want? And it might be the highest price, but then it might be something else too. So it's good to know that. And I think most of us do that, but just in case, there's new people listening or whatever, don't be afraid of that listing agent. They're your friend. You're going to be a team through this journey. And then the number five thing is, have the lender talk to the seller's agent. Now that's one I have never heard, that the lender actually calls the selling agent. And that can be very powerful because, the lender can, speak for their own credibility and also speak for the buyer's agent, which, they probably worked with before, and say, gee, Jimmy is a great agent to work with, and he's so pleasant, and he's very diligent, and things will get done on time. And we were a great team, me and Jimmy. If the lender now is talking to the seller's agent, we're a great team because we both have the same goal in mind, and that's to make this a pleasant journey for the buyer and the seller. So some type of verbiage like that other people aren't doing.
Well, you and I both know that if you're the listing broker, you want to talk to that lender, and some lenders don't even answer their phones. So if the lender called and said, listen, I understand you have an offer coming in from Ruthie Rocks, and I want you to know that I have vetted these buyers. I'm looking at collateral only approval almost now. I've got this back and this back. Obviously, the lender has to have the buyer's permission, but if the buyer wants a house, they're going to give them that permission. But I can't tell you how many times I've had selling agents pick the lender. The listing broker says, I want to talk to your lender. And they call and call and call. And the lender's, well, you're not my client. I have a buyer. The borrower is my client. I'm not going to talk to you. Let's find that out up front. If the lender's not want to make that phone call to the listing broker, what a great way to smooth the angst of the listing broker later, because I'm sure even when an offer goes in and gets accepted, there's still going to be backup offers coming in this market.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think what we want to do is have this journey for the buyer and the seller be calm, not living on the, the edge all the time and crisis.
Not freaking out. You don't want to freaking out?
Yeah, right. We don't want to be freaking out. And I know, it's amazing though. In this market, like you may be an agent who does 3-4 deals a month. And I think like maybe in the past, you could handle that quite nicely. But it seems lately there's so many different things that are arising at the last minute. And I think it's because everybody's so busy, including the lenders, including the buyer's agents, dealing with the COVID situation and everything. And it's been a different experience this year, I have to admit.
I have a solution. We need to put a contract out on Murphy.
That's a good one. Yeah, let's get Murphy. Yeah, let's get Murphy. Gosh, if anything can go wrong. Good morning, Charlotte. So good to see Miss Sunshine. Nice to see you this morning. Thank you for listening. Thank you all for listening. We've been talking this week about the spring buyer's guide. And so let's get into some of that today. I told you I had some things that I think you like. Now my daily is always getting the right slide up first. Let's see, I think I missed it. Okay. And we touched on this a little bit yesterday, Jimmy, about owning a home is still more affordable than renting one. And it's spending more time at home over the past year is making you think harder about buying a home instead of renting. And these are sound bites that you can use on social media as well. You can take this document here and create a video or create content or create sound bites to get more business. And so if you can say if spending more time at home over the past year is making you think hard about buying instead of renting, you're not alone. And however, you may be wondering if the dollars and cents add up in your favor as home prices continue to rise. And according to the expert, in many causes, it's still more affordable to buy a home than to rent one. And here's why. And they say owning a medium price 3-bedroom home is more affordable than renting a 3-bedroom property. Or 63% of the United States analyzed this for the report. So 63% of the country is basically saying that it's more affordable to own than rent. That's a huge number. That's a huge number.
I had a top agent meeting yesterday. That's why I wasn't here. And one of the top agents said, you know what? And this lady has been doing this over 30 years. This year so far, she's closed 28 deals. So this is somebody that's really out on the street, really closing deals. This girl's really working. And she said, this is the first time in my real estate career where rents have gone up so much that it really is cheaper to buy a house. She said, we've had these numbers before and with the tax savings and energy costs, but she said, right now rents are going up to the point where people are just, they need to be buying a house. She said, this is the first time in her career it's been this much imbalance. And I think I told you, one of the title companies that I work with, one of their marketing reps told me that he owns a few rental houses, and he raised the rents on all of them that were not on a lease $300 a month each, and nobody moved. This was about 6 months ago. Wow. $300 a month, and nobody moved.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Rents are going, and they're going up more. They're going up more.
That, and that's really going to even do more to stimulate the market. Like we need more.
Right. More buyers. Yeah.
We need more buyers. So the low rates are the big factor in driving affordability. And we talked about that yesterday, price over cost or cost over price. And it shows how both the cost of renting has been relatively high compared to the cost of ownership, and how declining interest rates are having a notable impact on the housing market and home ownership. Of course, we know that. And bottom line is, if you're considering buying a home this year, let's connect to discuss the options that match your budget while affordability is still in your favor. And I love the bottom line and how they word things. It might be because it sounds more like it's from a consumer perspective than from an agent perspective. So I really find that to be really cool. Mm-hmm. Let's see, we got 5 more minutes for you, Jimmy. So here's key terms to know in the home buying process. And what we'll do, everybody, is all these slides are going to go in the group. And you can use these on your social media. You can, you can use these. This particular one came from Freddie Mac, and the graphic is created in a real easy to understand. Like, what's an appraisal? Well, it's a professional analysis used to estimate the value of a home. And then what are closing costs? And then what's a credit score? And then what's a down payment? What's a mortgage rate? What's a pre-approval letter? What's a real estate professional? And the best way to ensure your home buying process is a confident one is to find a real estate pro who will put your needs first and guide you through every aspect of the transaction with the heart of a teacher. So, and I like that, I like the way they capsulize that in the lower right-hand corner. Because if you're doing sending this out as content, or you're doing a video about it, or you're posting it, as a blog, which we'll probably put this in the daily blog section on our websites as well. But I think, this makes people feel comfortable. I like looking at it. Don't you?
Yeah. Fear of embarrassment is a big obstacle. And when they read this and they start saying, you know what, I can ask a smarter question about my credit report or about the appraisal process. I can ask smarter questions if I just know this. There's a swimming pool company that builds plastic pools, and their website is all about the differences between plastic pools and concrete pools and which one is best for you. And people go to that website to get educated and they end up buying a pool from them sometimes. But without that website, they say they wouldn't. This is an educational piece, and it's information that people want to have. And the more things like this you have, the more it drives them to your website.
Yeah. Yeah, key terms to know in the home buying process. I mean, this is fantastic. And we have those 5 short videos too on first-time home buyers, which when Kent comes back, he's going to create into a landing page. So things like this, we're just going to continue to of course, update, our website and our downloadable guides and our landing pages with this information, and then also make it available to you to do whatever you choose to do with it. Next, we have the path to home ownership. And I think you really liked this one, Jimmy, the other day.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so can you see it enough to
I do. I can
it?
see it. And I had an agent ask me for this yesterday, this very piece yesterday. An agent said, I need this for my buyers. An agent told me that.
So can you read it and comment?
Well, I can read it when I print it out. It's the screen. Now I have a split screen with 3 things on it. Save for your down payment, know your credit score, find an agent, number 3, get pre-approved. This is what Buffini went through on his video, correct? He just went through this path with the, and he talked about this a lot about finding a home, paragraph number 5. And he talked about allowing the clients to shop around and find neighborhoods they liked, and giving them access to this so that when they find what they like, the neighborhood they like, then they know which houses they want you to show them. So, and then obviously the making an offer process. But what's interesting is the make an offer process is only halfway down the path. And that's a very big message to a buyer. Listen, making the offer, we haven't done anything yet. We still have to have the home inspection. We have to get the appraisal. Closing the sale includes all the escrow documents and getting everything in so the lender can fund the loan. So we are not out of the woods. Making an offer is not the end of the process. It's the middle.
And then we have a home inspection and address any hidden issues in the home with the seller. And I'm finding that the home inspection now is becoming more and more a prominent roadblock in getting through the due diligence. Have you found that with your agents?
I'm surprised you said that, because I had an agent call me yesterday. Actually, she came in to see me. She just lost $1 million sale on the home inspection. And the buyer said, if I'm going to pay $1 million, and the seller said, what if I fix everything? And the buyer said, I don't really care if you're fixing. If I'm going to pay $1 million for a house, I don't want a house with all these things wrong with it. The seller would have been smart to do the home inspection when they listed the house and fix all this stuff before the buyer's home inspector came along. And, I work at Key Realty School sometimes, and Teddy says, if you take a listing, if you don't get a home inspection when you take the listing, you're missing a step. So
Teddy got that from Teddy and I both got that from the accredited buyers, the ABR.
Yeah.
So we took that way back in Arizona, years ago in Arizona, when I think remember the fellow that was he created the course, and he
Curtis
actually
Hall. Curtis
yes.
Hall. I don't know who you're talking about. Curtis Hall. Yes.
And he had that card. Do you remember his business card?
I do, with him up on the mountain.
Well, another one, he was from Arizona, everybody, and his card showed him in Arizona with snow on his face. I mean, it was just to get attention. He was all about, back then he would have really done well in social media because he knew how to get people's attention to get them to use him. But yeah, and Arizona was big on doing a home inspection first.
Yeah.
And then putting it there. So when buyers come into the house, they get that feel, they don't have as much buyer's remorse because they're looking at, oh, this is what's wrong with the house, and everything's been fixed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or get the home inspection, fix everything, and then do another home inspection with nothing on it. I mean, it's worth a couple $100 or a few $100, right, to get the home sold, especially in these higher price ranges. And these high, those homes are flying off the market. One of our listings, which was a $800,000 listing, had how sometimes a sidewalk will get cockeyed because a root goes under. Well, the buyer said, "You've got to fix that," and the seller said, "I'm not fixing it. That's the way it was when I bought the house, and it was a $5,000 fix, and he didn't do it, and the deal went through, thank God." But anyway, things like that, would have happened in the beginning and not at the end. So,
well, this is a really good time to tell them, listen, when you see the house, if the sidewalk is cockeyed, that's how you saw the house. The seller's opinion of whether that materially affects the value of his house, it's the seller's opinion. And if the seller says, look, it's the sidewalk, there's roots, I don't think that materially affects the value of my house. And if you do, don't make an offer, because you hate to get all the way to page, step number 8 and then lose the deal. So the buyer's got to know, when you go through this pathway, I wouldn't gloss over this home inspection thing, because you're going to get a seller's real property disclosure and you get a home inspection. And if they don't match up, the SRPD is the seller's opinion of whether it materially affects the value of the house, and they don't have to fix anything.
Right, but the inspector's opinion is very valuable, and finding an inspector, the right inspector, is so critical. And if you already have a home inspection done by someone that you know and trust, and is in to get the deal done, not kill the deal. I mean, some of these, I don't know, and I love inspectors, but sometimes they list cosmetic things that really don't. I don't know why they put those on the inspection. I didn't think
it's got to be one of their rules, because a lot of them do it.
They do it.
Most of them do it. Yeah.
Oops. There we go. Every day. Same spammer calls me. And then, get a home appraisal. Ensure the property is worth the price you're prepared to pay. And that's the suggestion for the buyer, of course. And even I think I've always recommended, and I'm not that, my opinion isn't that popular right now, is what I'm trying to say. But if it's a cash offer, I still say please get an appraisal, right? Please get an appraisal if it's a cash offer. And I just think, as a broker, I want to protect my brokerage. I want to protect myself, and I want to protect the agent, because I don't know if people can come back on you later. Have you had any situations when, they're paying $20,000, $30,000, maybe $40,000 over appraisal, and then somebody comes back and says that, you should have coached them better or something? Am I too picky?
Yeah, I think sometimes. I'm more concerned with, as we go through this path to home ownership, those are all sticking points. But on number 9, the offer 3 times says the seller's to leave the utilities on until closing. 3 times it says that in there, including all the pilot lights and everything. Mr. Buyer, don't turn your power off in your house. Don't turn your water off in your house until I give you the keys. Once I give you the keys, because if you might have stayed 2 or 3 more days, you want to take a shower, you want the lights on, don't turn off your utilities. The seller's supposed to leave theirs on, but sometimes events occur and we end up closing 2 or 3 days later, and you're sitting in a dark house with no shower. When I give you the keys, then you can order all that stuff.
I know. Yeah, I agree 100%. And I want to back up just a minute because, Jimmy, we teach a class about 15 ways to get out of a contract on the first 5 pages, right?
Right.
There's 15 ways to get out of a contract on the first 5 pages. So if you can eliminate some of those things from the get-go, like getting your buyer totally approved except for the appraisal, getting the inspection if you're a seller's agent before you get into the due diligence. Some of these things may become the norm as we move forward in this fast-paced market. Did
The
you hear what
buyer's
I
not
said?
bound. Yeah, the buyer's not bound. They have so many ways to get out of this. When they make an offer, if they get the house, then they can start really crossing their T's and dotting their I's, because they have a due diligence period, and they can walk away for no reason or for any reason using the due diligence period. So the buyer, if they feel like they're stuck with this house, they're going to be reluctant to make an offer. And the truth is, they're getting a free look at something that they can actually buy if it passes the test.
Yeah. So I think that this is a great infographic to, we'll probably put this on the blog and then and then also in the group, and make it available so that you all can utilize this very simple, easy to understand 10-step process of the path to ownership. And I just think it's great. And I think, even if someone already owns a home, we've owned our home for 20 years, and well, I'm in real estate. I'm not a good example, but people that have owned their home for 20 years, they kind of forget maybe the process themselves.
Right.
Like, what's the buyer got to go through, and what do I have to go through? Because this is the path to ownership and the path to selling your home too.
Right. It's very visual too. For people, most
Yeah.
people are visually oriented. This is step by step, visual by visual.
Right. So I think that's it for today. We love you all. I want everybody to know that we have classes. Let's see if this came my way today. Probably not. Oh dear. No.
Are we starting at 9:10 tomorrow? Do we start at 9:10 tomorrow?
Yes, 9:10. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
yeah from
Wanna
home
make sure.
to here.
Wanna make
Yeah.
sure.
And
Okay.
yeah, I'm driving my whole family crazy. Anyway, so we'll start at 9:10 tomorrow. Thank you, Jimmy, for that. And I just want to make everybody aware we have cybersecurity class next Thursday, 10 to 1. And it's 3 CE credits. Go to bee.vegas to sign up. And then on Friday, Jimmy's teaching the RPA, and going to add a lot of things in there about these multiple offers and some of the things we're experiencing right now. Did I leave anything out today?
That lender conversation you had about sending reviews and doing the checklist, that was a great piece. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. I love you all. Thank you, Jimmy, so much. We'll see you all tomorrow, and it'll be Friday.